Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome to Unity of Morons Talk, or the UoM Podcast. Name for this show is still in progress.
Yes, we're not very creative.
We're quite idiotic when it comes to names. I mean,
yeah.
We have Draco Codraconis. That's a good name. RanZario. Well, Mario Rants, not really creative. And then we have the asexual jellybean. What do you want to say about that name?
I'd say it's like uncreative as fuck because it was completely inspired by someone else. So.
All right. So, I have no idea what I'm doing. I'm just talking and bullshitting all over the place. So
that's what you do.
So, okay, I'm dead. So, what we're gonna talk about is there's a thing that came out that was sticking in my mind for a couple of days, and I just couldn't find an answer to it. And it has to do with the beloved internet rule, Rule 34.
Ah, yes, my favorite rule ever.
The favorite rule. If it exists, there's porn of it.
Yes.
You can't do anything about it. Well,
I can agree with that, by the way. I've seen some shit.
I can agree too. I actually once earned $50 because I won a bet due to Rule 34. So I bet with someone that one can find anything on the website Rule 34. He then said to me that that's bullshit. So I said, okay, let's do it. Name anything, and I will show you that there will be porn of it. So I said, all right, let's do it. So he then said, I want Bernd das Brot. What is a German, Austrian, and I think also in Switzerland, a children's character.
Oh no.
A children's character, what is literally a guy who hates everything and is literally a walking piece of bread.
What? And oh no, there's actually porn of that.
Yeah, the porn I found was literally him having a huge boner shouting out, "Damn it." What's his catchphrase, actually?
Why?
Because the internet.
Well, I mean, back when I just made my name asexual jellybean,
Yeah.
I actually went on Rule 34 and was like, I wonder if there's jellybean porn. So I searched up jellybean, and I found a picture of a blue jellybean. Blue. My color.
Alright.
And it was just a blue jellybean with like a face, an anime face blushing, and a penis above it coming on it. And I was like, why the fuck is this a thing? Like, I don't understand.
Well, Rule 34 can actually also apply to real life.
Yes.
The internet rule is, if it exists, there's porn of it. The real life rule is, if it exists, there's a fetish to it.
Yeah, definitely. So, what specifically did you want to...
Yeah,
like,
what I actually wanted to talk about was... So, if the majority of nerds, geeks, and gamers would actually be women, would Rule 34 actually still exist? Well, yeah.
That's very interesting to bring that up, because I think maybe there would still be Rule 34, but because like the male gender is so much more sexually active, and let's be honest, they masturbate a lot more. There would be far less if the majority were women.
Yeah, that is really true.
Yeah, but if you think about it, if you look around, a lot of the Rule 34 artists are actually women too.
Yeah, but some of the artists, because women, I think, from my opinion, women artists can draw far better a woman because next to them is just a mirror. They just have to look at themselves and says, okay, that's how my boobs go.
Yeah, that's true. But like, and a lot of those women also are really familiar with the male body, because let's face it, it's easier for a female nerd to get sex.
Yeah, that is also true. And the next thing is, when was the last time you heard a woman say, that gaming character, put gaming character name inside here, was hot. When was the last time you heard a woman say that?
Well,
Because-
I mean, I haven't heard anyone say it like directly to me, but I've experienced going on Tumblr. Yes, I use that sometimes, and I've seen a woman write it.
Yeah, I mean, come on, you cannot even compare a freaking Tumblr with it because it's just like filled with a bunch of feminists that are just like, I'm waiting for female porn. Triggered. I mean, let's face it.
Yeah, okay, fair enough, you win.
And that's that's another point that Rule 34 would become far more less if the majority of geeks, nerds, and gamers would be women.
Yeah.
There would probably be a lot of people because, in my opinion, I'm actually one of those people, like kind of like the feminists, but not to cartoon porn, but to actual porn. Whenever I go on a website and I see porn where normally porn shouldn't be, hey, what's up?
Okay.
Normally when I see porn, what I don't see, I immediately get disgusted and I dislike the shit out of it.
Yeah, I actually kind of agree. Like when it's not in a fitting place, it's just annoying. It's just a nuisance, really. Until I like close the game and remember what I saw, and then it's like, hey, it wasn't too bad anyway.
Yeah, and coming back to the point of
Yeah.
So coming back to the point of where when was the last time you heard a woman say that? To be honest, I can surely agree with you that probably when the first video games came out, it was probably a man jerking off to the tits of Tomb Raider, to the triangular tits of Tomb Raider.
Those voluptuous tits.
Those triangular lips, those triangular tips. Can you just imagine the nipples pointing out, making that t-shirt, making the t-shirts like a triangular? That's hot shit.
You know, I wouldn't be surprised if someone got off to that back then. At all.
I wouldn't be surprised either. Well.
Yeah. I mean, people were so fucking up and running because there was this rumor that in the Tomb Raider games on PS1, you could get her naked.
Yeah, in the shower.
Yeah,
and there were probably enough men who immediately went, I need to get that game and I need to do that in an instant.
Yeah, and that's just proof enough that people obviously did masturbate to that character even back then.
Yeah, because we're also going back to Rule 34, since now Rule 34 now exists, now people immediately like search if this exists, and then they immediately apply Rule 35 to it. And now you just literally can find anything. I mean, recently I thought to myself, I was thinking about a character, and I checked it, and it didn't take long until I found Blue, by the way. Until I... Hey, what's up? Until I found Pac-Man porn. I mean, we literally have Mrs. Pac-Man, and then Mr. Pac-Man, and there you go.
No.
Have fun creating a story.
Oh my god, that's... You know, it doesn't surprise me even though it should. I wish I was so innocent still, but I'm not.
You can't... Once you start on the internet, you're no longer innocent.
No.
You just like... It's like a whole war. The moment you see it, you never can forget it.
That's pretty correct. That's accurate.
That's accurate as fuck. Alright, so we're actually not done with Rule 34 for now. But we're still going to stay on pornographic. Because recently, Facebook was a complete asshole to me.
Oh no.
So, I got a friendship request from a woman. I'm just gonna call out her name because I don't care. It was Michelle Zeiler. And first I thought to myself, who the hell is that? It was an elderly woman, about 40 looking.
Yeah.
And yeah, so I went onto the Facebook page, and the first thing I saw was a pair of tits.
Cool, huh?
Well, on a Facebook page, and I thought to myself, hell no. So I flagged that Facebook page and said there are pornographic details. 10 minutes later, I get a message back from Facebook saying they couldn't find anything that goes against against the Facebook criteria. And I was like, seriously? Seriously? But then I thought about it and said, okay, this woman has literally just 3 friends, and those were all guys. Both, and 2 of them were probably over their 40s. So the first thing that came to my mind was literally then, that's probably a catfisher. That's probably
most likely.
Yeah, she was she or he was catfishing on Facebook. And yeah.
That's. I mean, there's an issue with the whole catfishing thing because, like, sometimes you're not able to tell that it's a catfish.
Yeah.
I remember like once, and yes, I'll be honest, I have been kind of catfished before.
Everyone has been catfished before. You cannot deny it.
But like, I got this friend request from a person that I'd been talking to on, was it World of Warcraft? I think it was World of Warcraft then. It was like when I was 17, so it was like a year ago.
Yeah.
And I found out this person was 17 too. We'd been talking for like a month.
Okay.
And this person, I'm not gonna say specifically gender, said they were a woman. And of course I believed them. So we became friends, we gave each other names and so on, we added each other on Facebook, and I talked to the person for like a month more. And then it was like, a month more where we talked on Facebook, and then we sent selfies to each other, and I reverse searched the image, and it was just an image that was found on Google, and I just kind of realized, fair enough, this person is definitely a catfish, and I'm not going to waste any more of my life on that. But what tricked me was the fact that she had like 400 friends. So, yeah, it just confused me a lot.
Yeah, just because I think just because a person has 400 friends doesn't mean that person is also popular. Because you just have to imagine. I've seen already a lot of people who have like 5,000 friends, and from those 5,000 friends, they just literally know 12 literally, also personally.
Yeah, that's true.
And then you just cannot accept for someone to take that serious. You just cannot.
Nah.
Because those
I don't even know how many friends I have on Facebook. Not that many.
Alright, so now for the next thing, and you actually wanted to keep it a secret. Now we're coming finally to the games section. Now we can finally now talk about games and such. Today I went on Steam to find out that there will be a sequel to one of my favorite games of all time.
And what game is that?
Watch Dogs. They are making a sequel. Watch Dogs 2.
Wait, you like Watch Dogs?
Well, fuck you too. I wasn't expecting from you.
Well, okay, I'm not gonna be a dick about it, but like back when Watch Dogs was at its peak, like everyone fucking hated it. Like barely anyone liked it.
Okay.
And that's why I was kind of confused. Like I went everywhere and just found people hating it.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I'm just an outsider looking in. I haven't played it.
Yeah, well, I've played it, and I just found the idea of it, that you are literally kind of like an assassin, but more of a person who can literally hack himself, and that's actually what fits to modern society. It just fits.
Yeah.
It just fits.
That's true.
It literally just fits perfectly, because nowadays hacking is getting more and more of a thing, and like literally there were recently with Overwatch, the game came out and one already has the first kill. One already has the first hackers with wall hackers and such.
that's I mean, hacking is just becoming such a thing that like happens all the time. And I mean, to be honest, the whole concept of not Overwatch, of Watch Dogs 2 seems fair enough, because the concept of Watch Dogs in general is like awesome, but according to most people, it just wasn't executed very well in the first game. That's why I wasn't expecting a sequel.
Well, as far as I know from all the pictures I saw, that they're now including drones, and it will be playing in San Francisco. Like it.
Oh.
Yeah. So the last time, the last predecessor, one can call it, was playing in Chicago. What I just found wonderful. I just loved it because it was just so accurate. Because later I was then playing The Crew, and when I was driving through Chicago in The Crew, it was just exactly like Watch Dogs. It was just so accurate, and I just loved it. Now they're with them playing in San Francisco. Probably it will be a bigger map, and I already love it.
I hope it's gonna be good, because it's a game that I'd want if it is like a good game.
Well,
so I'm really hoping.
Well, Watch Dogs was one of those games that literally actually put you in the feeling of being a hacker, because if you had an online connection, it could have been that you could anytime being hacked by other person. He comes into your game and starts hacking you.
Okay, that's pretty cool, actually.
And there were like few signs you could actually figure out that you are actually being hacked. Like when you go into the pause screen of your game, everything would like turn into a bunch of dots and screens. But when you this like it just has like a network kind of look. And later, then I noticed when you are actually online. You will then notice that as when a hacker comes to you or then online, that these dots and strings are then actually moving. Well, in the normal type pause screen, they're not. But there was literally one indication you wouldn't have known that you are actually being hacked.
Oh, that's actually a pretty cool mechanic.
The other mechanic would have been, if you wanted to play a mission, it would have said it wouldn't allow you to do the mission because you were getting hacked.
Well, that one's a little more obvious, I guess, because like many people like do missions, and if they can't do it, then it was like, I don't know. I haven't played it, so I can't really speak for anyone.
Yeah, because I was playing it on, I think it was on PlayStation 4. Yeah, I was playing it on PlayStation 4. What I did then was, I just cut off my internet connection. I just like literally just took out my internet cable and just started playing. And then I could finally finish the story mode without getting hacked.
Oh, yeah, okay. Was it really that big of an issue?
Yes, because there are people who are really good at it. They just like hide in a car and just wait for you, and then they start hacking, and they just like constantly just sit there, and you have to then try to find out where they are and have to finish them. And and like I was like running around, opening doors, killing every car that drove past, attacking every single bush that I could find, because people were hiding in its inside too. And I was the whole time thinking, where the hell is that guy? And yeah, later it turned out he was actually in a car that I just didn't unlock. I just didn't open it yet.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, that's great.
In other cases, there were like scenes where suddenly a guy just like crashed through a fence and then started hacking me. He like crashed through a fence that he could be in front of me and then started hacking.
Damn.
I mean, those are not really the smartest of the hackers, but well, it's one way. But later I even found out the best way how to stop hackers from escaping. You just go to the weapon store and get yourself a rocket launcher. Not a rocket launcher, a grenade launcher.
Wait, how does that like? What does that do?
You can easier kill them because you can fire you can fire the grenade launchers and they explode on contact.
Oh, okay, fair enough. I mean, I can see why that's better. But like, honestly, I just have no idea like what anything is in that game because I haven't played it and all that. So I'm just sitting here like, oh, okay.
Well, in my opinion, I'd suggest getting it because it's just awesome. It's an awesome game, and I'm gonna get it myself. I don't know when it's coming out. I just saw it today on Steam and immediately went all fanboy, was screeching like a little girl of seeing her first Barbie doll.
Oh my God! Watch Dogs 2! Oh my God!
Yes. I was actually screaming so loud that Rick had to rip off his headphones.
Well, I mean, I want to mention something, but I believe you actually told me not to because people will hate me.
Just say it.
Okay, fine. I want to talk about Overwatch.
Yay! My favorite game!
and the reason I want to talk about it is because I am almost... I want to say I'm literally the only person on the internet who doesn't like that game. And I'm getting fucking tired of mentioning, like, hey, I'm not into Overwatch, and then getting 1,000 fucking replies saying, hey, you're a fucking faggot. Keep your negative opinion to yourself, bitch.
And then you have to look at them. Okay, you just said you like you said you like Overwatch. That is a fucking opinion, you fucking piece of shit.
Yeah, like it's so fucking stupid, and I understand why people like it. I think Overwatch is a technically good game, but I feel like it's just boring. It works, but it's boring, and that's probably why people hate me for having that opinion, because I think it's boring. And
I'm not like against your opinion. I'm completely with your opinion. Overwatch is kind of similar. It is the same, but it's different. But it's still the same. And what actually got me really concerned and actually more mad was not only because of Overwatch. Like, Team Fortress has been for 9 years the class-based shooter number one. Everyone was talking about. And then out of sudden, Overwatch, Battleborn, Paladins. Like, what the fuck, gaming industry? What the actual fuck?
Yeah, I don't really understand that either. Like, what happened? All of a sudden it was just like, hey, everyone should make a shooter, class-based.
Yeah, like, no, the whole time it was always Battlefield versus Call of Duty. What is better? And now suddenly it's Team
Fortress versus Overwatch.
Yeah, Team Fortress versus... Dude, shut the fuck up. No one cares. Now suddenly it's Overwatch versus... suddenly Overwatch versus Team Fortress 2. And
kind of Battleborn in the background, like, hey, I'm also here. And then Paladin soon coming out, they're like...
In the corner...
guys!
No, like, you have Team Fortress 2, like, it's like the father of...
Because you're the brave, I guess.
That's like the father of... It's like the father of all games. Now Overwatch is coming out, and it has women, and then caused a huge outrage just because of one of the characters' butts.
Yeah.
I mean,
that's also why the game got as popular as it did. Because let's be honest here, advertisement, that fucking butt outrageous thing.
It was literally free advertisement because
exactly.
Yeah, because actually because of this butt outrage, I got my interest into Overwatch. Literally,
I got my interest in Overwatch when I first heard about it back in like when was that? When was it announced? It was a long time ago.
Yeah, it was.
And I thought it looked interesting. And I watched videos about it on YouTube all the time whenever something came. And when the beta finally came out, I was like, I fucking need to play it. And I did. I played it for like 40 hours that weekend where I could play it.
Okay.
And I tried everything. I tried everything there was to do, and I was out of ideas. And that's why I haven't bought it, because the game is good, it's great, but there's just not enough content for me, just for me specifically. So I'm not going to buy it yet. I'm probably going to buy it in the future when the price falls.
Well, you can buy it for $40 on the Blizzard's page. It won't come with the fancy DLCs, like with the other skins and such. You cannot get during a normal kind of game. Like, they have like 2 DLCs, a big one and a small one. And yeah, like, I just got myself one in the store, $60. It came with a small DLC, and
Yeah.
it just like came with just like 5 skins, and that was it. But I was actually actually already happy with it. But still, it's a little bit still outraged because of. I'm it's still a little bit for me outraged because of Battleborn and Paladins. Because I just like, you're like literally hearing everywhere about Team Fortress 2 and Overwatch. And Battleborn, here and there you hear something. Like, a few Let's Players have made a video about it, about Battleborn. And about Paladins. I just saw in one picture, someone was talking about Paladins. And then I was like, okay, what is Paladins? Okay, that's something I should I know about it? And then after that, I heard nothing else.
Yeah, I mean, that's pretty much what happened with Paladins. I mean, it's not gonna be anything special, and I know it.
Yeah.
It's something I'll keep my eye on, because, I mean, it seems alright.
So-
It's like a MOBA, but first person.
Yeah, so when we put the whole thing into concept, Team Fortress 2 is like just like the father. There's like a bunch
Yeah.
of mercenaries coming together to kick ass. Then you have
Yeah.
Overwatch. It's literally the same, just with waifus. and feminist rage. And feminism
course.
rage.
You can't have a game without feminism
Yeah.
rage. Like, it's impossible.
And then you have Battleborn, which is literally Team Fortress 2 if it has a storyline.
Technically, Team Fortress does have a storyline, but it's not in the game. So-
Yeah, well, it has a similar storyline like Overwatch. It's all just in the on the websites and such. You
Yeah.
cannot, like, you cannot just find it. You just cannot find a literal storyline in game. It's just things you just find over online what the creators have made. Like the Man
Yeah.
vs. Machine was just an add-on to the story. It was literally just that they were actually to the 2 brothers. It was another brother. And that's it.
And he was like, "Hey, I want Manko now," and then he made robots.
Yeah, and with Overwatch, it was actually a kind of a similar thing. One has the company Overwatch. They are the military Overwatch. They were protecting the Earth, and then suddenly, for some reason, it got illegalized. Illegalized. What I still don't know why a military would be illegalized, because it was too dangerous, and because it kind of like got it got illegalized, and Jesus Christ, I just lost my line there.
Yeah, you don't understand why it was legalized when it was like trying to help the
Yeah,
Earth.
so they were trying to help the Earth, and suddenly they got illegalized, and then like this, then like all these enemies appear, and then suddenly one sees during all these like kind of like the meet the videos of like Team Fortress. You have the videos all about the characters of Overwatch, telling the storyline that they didn't do the recall and such. And then you got Overwatch back. But at the same time, UoM is also then fighting what are also seen as heroes, the same characters. Like, all of the characters seen are heroes, even the bad characters.
Yeah, and that's something I never really understood. Like, what characters in the game are evil and why, and how does that fit with the whole military storyline? How they're good people and so on.
Well,
I don't understand it, but I guess that's more answered upon later in the story.
yeah. And then you have Battleborn. That is literally like a bunch of weird-looking people get together to fight Graf Dracula. Done. Point made.
I mean, that's literally just like, okay, we're like people who can do things with guns, and these are people we don't like because they're mean. Let's fucking destroy them.
Yeah, like, okay.
But like, what else do we expect from the people who made Borderlands? Like, let's be real here.
Oh, so wait, it's created by Borderlands?
Well, yeah, Gearbox. Same people.
Alright, it's literally uncanny just by looking at that American guy with a small head and huge body. That's for sure Battleborn. And another company, I think, is now also going for the team class-based shooter.
Oh no, not another one.
Yeah, another one.
Who is this?
Let's just say they're gonna pack it full of swear words.
Wait, who is it? Who is it?
Volition, the creators of Saints fucking Row.
No, oh my god.
Like, I saw the trailer today, and I thought to myself, wait, did they literally just kind of copy it from Battleborn? Because you have a girl running with like, you see like a futuristic town, Overwatch, number one, like Overwatch. Then you see a scientist working on some kind of orb? I don't know. When suddenly a huge satellite in space attacks this said orb, attacks the truck where this orb is inside. A bunch of robots come out and try to fight the drones that were sent by this evil guy that suddenly descends from this satellite. And he kind of looks like Graf Dracula from Battleborn. So there you have the second game, and then you have like a bunch of games, like a dude, a girl, finding together. Like, there are only 2 characters. If there are more characters, I am not sure. But all of them already have names, so it's for sure it will be a class-based shooter.
Yeah, probably.
And that's the next thing. Why is now the gaming industry now suddenly going to class-based shooters?
I think I actually know why.
Why?
Since 2012, when TF2 became free.
Yeah.
The market of these class-based shooters was like, it exploded completely. If you look around, there are actually a lot of indie class-based shooters coming around, like Dirty Bomb and so on.
Yeah.
I don't know if you've heard about Dirty Bomb, also a class-based shooter. And basically, people were just like, now TF2 is free, and a lot of people are playing that game, they really enjoy it. And all the companies are like, we should make one too. We'll get famous, we'll get money. So that's why it's exploding so badly right now. A lot of people started working on the games like in 2013, 2014, because that's when TF2 really reached its peak.
Yeah.
And that's why people are making it all the time right now. And now it's just oversaturated as fuck.
Yeah.
So.
Because, I mean, when with Overwatch, I just can say it's, for me, it's just like a positive. It's good, it's well made, and it has a similar gameplay to Blizzard games. You need to have everything that has also been in anything that has also been in the Warcraft games. You need a tank, you need a supporter, you need an attack, and you need a defense. Well, when one looks at Team Fortress 2, everything can be everything. You can be an attacker, you can be a defense, you can be a supporter.
And you can do all these things with every single class, basically.
Yeah, like they're all well-rounded. And everything that they just changed is actually just the guns. The guns changes the experience of the game.
And that's why I love TF2 so much, but I'm not that into Overwatch, because in Overwatch you have a character, and this character does one thing, and that's it.
Yeah,
you cannot do anything else.
It's more skill-based.
Yeah, and I just don't like that. I'm not into that kind of playstyle. I prefer the freedom to customize your character until it's different.
Yeah, I mean...
And I don't know why, that's just what I'm into.
Yeah, so... I can completely agree with it. Well, when it comes to the looks, Overwatch isn't different. You can customize the look of your character in any way, and you have to unlock them. The same also counts for Team Fortress 2. You can either find those objects, or you get them due to achievements.
Yeah, I mean, that's kind of true, I guess, but the way you can customize a character in TF2 is far different, because you don't get a skin, oh, okay, here's Scout, but now he's green, he has leaves over him. I'm totally not talking about the nature skin for Bastion. And in TF2 you can customize the way you look in so many different ways, even though you only have 3 slots for cosmetics.
Yeah.
And you can get unusuals with so many sparkly effects, and the way you can customize your character with weapons and so on just completely change the experience and everything. That's what I like about TF2, and I feel could work in Overwatch if they try it.
Yeah, so technically we can actually come to agreement. It's not that you don't like Overwatch because of the game alone. You would agree that it's actually a great game. It's just that it's a skill-based game, and that's what you don't like.
Yeah, pretty much. I'm not into the style.
Yeah, what I can say that I completely agree with it, because I've been playing Trackmania, Distance, bunch of racing games, and actually mostly just racing games. And all those racing games are literally games where you need experience and skill. You need to know what to do in the right moment. Well, in Team Fortress 2, it's literally get the look unique as fuck, get a gun that seems to be good as fuck, go out there and do whatever the fuck you want.
Yeah, I like the freedom of TF2. I mean, that's just one of the things I really enjoy about it. You can do what the fuck ever you want.
Yeah, and they also do a lot of references to other games. As an example, Portal, Skyrim, and the same also counts for Blizzard. They put a bunch of Easter eggs, but they also put cultural Easter eggs. So they have a bunch of skins that resemble other native colonies. Like an example, you can be an Indian, you can be a pirate, you can be literally anything.
Oh yeah. And I mean, and another thing I like about TF2 is that when there's a new game, they often do this where they make like cosmetics that fit for this game. And if you buy the limited edition or something of this game, you get a genuine item.
Yeah.
For example, you can, if you bought a particular version of Alien Isolation back when it came out, you got the Xenomorph skin for Scout, and the Space Marine skin for the Pyro or cosmetics, and you actually do more damage towards the Xenomorph Scout if you wear the Space Marine skin for Pyro.
Wow.
So that's actually a pretty cool feature. It's a small thing, but it's something that just makes me appreciate it even more. So
yeah, well, so just like as I said, in Overwatch, it's literally all skill based, and everything you do doesn't really change what you do. It just it's all just skill based, and I think that's just something that that makes a unique difference in the whole gaming experience. But then we have Battleborn and Paladins. I have no idea what Paladins is like. When I look at Battleborn, what should this be? What are they expecting to create out of this?
Well, Battleborn are trying to be different because they're making a literal MOBA, like a League of Legends game, but with first-person shooter. That's what they're doing, and I to me that just doesn't seem like it's going to work.
Yeah, I can already tell you it's going to be salty as fuck.
Yeah, I mean, it's a MOBA. You know it's gonna be like fucking cancerous. Oh shit! I piss people off. Don't put this in the video.
Who cares? Who gives a shit? There will be more people raging about your first comment about Overwatch. So please, calm your tits. Calm your tits, man.
People stopped watching after I said I don't like Overwatch. Okay.
All right. Tune in for next week where we will bring. Well, not really. We will bring, maybe or maybe not, somewhat of a scientist onto the show.
Okay.
His name is going to be Daniel. He is a good friend of us on Facebook, and we already agreed on him that he will be on our show. On the 8th of June, we are going to make the next episode. That's next week on Saturday. But anyway, thank you guys for listening and for tuning in. See you guys next week.